Okay, it's tomorrow. Or maybe the day after tomorrow. I don't remember if this is day 2 or day 3. I know I have 4 videos. I think this is the 3rd day. I'm not in a great spot, so my thinking piece isn't working too well. I just want to get down to doing this. This is where I'm at the moment. And let's go to town. Actually, let me try to aim it down. Wearing shorts, weird. I never wear shorts. I have it be on video the day that I do. Okay. Alright, now let's see what we can do. Alright. Now it's a little weird because it's already burnt up. I'm not even going to talk because I want to make sure I do this. Alright, just watch, relax, enjoy. I know I will. It's a bit of a different feeling on skin that's already burnt. The thought of doing it over and over is weird. At one point I had 15 piercings in my stomach. First one went right through, second one went right through. The irritation, I guess, of skin being stabbed over and over, tightened stuff, muscles, skin cells. As it went on, piercings 12, 13, whatever hurt more. And actually one that hurt the most, it wasn't the last one, was one that went in crooked, had to be pulled out halfway, turned, and have another hole pushed through it. When I left that place, that shop, that's funny, it was a shop named after the design that I had pierced into me. But when I left there, I was literally floating. Very similar to when I got branded on my stomach. Not the same as what I'm doing now. This doesn't have that that real endorphin rush of having pain inflicted upon you, which you have little to no control over. Being able to be pushed beyond, maybe just beyond, but beyond your limits or expectations. When you're doing it to yourself, it's a little hard to just do it. I mean, the cigarette was, but cigarettes are not really any kind of big deal. This is a different, the razor blade. I kind of wish that I had at least one of them. At least one of the carvings videotaped, because hopefully after this being branded, it's not gonna need to be videotaped or done anymore. So, but when I did, I was too busy making art, blood art, to be videotaping and talking and other nonsense. So with this, since I'm not making any art other than the art that is on me that is being made, but not with blood from this or with anything from this other than this, I still have the faculties and focus to concentrate enough to narrate what's going on and just delve slightly into a little bit of existentialism. Today, unfortunately, I have been, I don't want to say suffering the symptomatic effects of mental illness, but suffering the irritating effects of the administration where I get therapy for my mental illnesses, where they make us more crazy rather than less crazy. And take the words of one crazy person over another crazy person and constantly do things to renege on promises made, whether they're promises made while you're doing intake to get in, and we'll help you with this, we'll help you with that, and then when it comes to it, it doesn't happen, or whatever they happen to be. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's been screwed over. Either way, my point isn't to complain about it. Doing this, actually, I'm hoping will take me out of the mindset that I've been in all day. it was merely to point out why doing this is different, not different today. Why I'm not focused enough to speak. Wow, as I'm trying to explain why I'm not focused enough to speak, I am just fumbling all of my words. Either way, I'm not in a good headspace because of arbitrary life experience that happened to me today. And so I'm hoping that this will help. It's doing something. I need to do it without discussing the things that I'm trying to forget, because it makes it hard to forget things while you're actively talking about them. Either way, when this is done, this will be my second branding, the first one that I've ever made. And hold on, I'm a little shaky. Come on, don't be shaky. This is where having two hands would be awesome, because then I could lean on the person themselves. I don't know if you can even see this anymore. I'm not looking up. I just needed to fill in a little bit of a blank spot on the bottom line. The bottom line doesn't look bad. Not sure how much further I should go with this, if I should just continue doing it as like a therapeutic escape. You know, as long as I don't burn into the muscle, all it's going to do is deepen the intensity of the branding. Or I could let it heal a bit and see how it looks, and if it needs more, do more, and if it doesn't, let it stand and maybe move on to the next project. I should be getting my tattoo done within like a week or so. I think it was like 2 weeks, whatever. It's been about a week. I may, once I figure out how to use it, take videos of that. Life is a play, I think it was that Shakespeare said, and your body is your canvas. Everything is an art form. I talked to my therapist who was upset about questioning the validity and purposefulness of her occupation, and told her that she was an artist. I don't remember the exact lead up to it, whose canvas happened to be the psyche. I think the body itself is a canvas, and one that needs to be designed in a conscious and artistic way, whether it is weight, muscles, piercings, hairstyle, tattoos, brandings. Every body mod doesn't need to be something a modern savage would do. It doesn't need to be rings through your face or full sleeves of tattoos or whatever, which I'm far from. I got a couple here, the one on my mouth. My chest and my back are the biggest and the least seen. Well, my mouth and my neck are the never seen. But either way, I hope that somebody's getting something out of this, or at least if it's just killing time while you're waiting for your whatever. I don't judge. And I'm glad that you came on this journey with me, because it's a weird journey, this life, and it's good to know that we're not alone. And thank you.